What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tavuma here, and Lokai doing an awesome video on what's going to happen to the current meta after losing priority. And obviously we have a few builds that are going to be good, and some that are not so much since they're basically dead now. And the first thing that comes to my mind is what has actually happened to the current meta. What builds are playable and what are not so much. So the first builds that we're going to be looking at is like the trio, basically. You're looking at the Inzektor's, looking at the Rabbits, and you're looking at the windups. And now keep in mind though, Konami said that ignition effects are completely fucked. And any build that goes with trigger effects, you're pretty much good to go. So my first build I wanted to go take a look at is basically the wind up build. And what I wanted to say was this build has been completely shed on by priority. Completely shed on. Their complete loop has basically stopped with one single Veiler. I mean, it stopped beforehand in a Maxi back then, but obviously when the wind-up player sees a Maxi, they just stop their whole plays unless they want to give your fucking opponent like a bajillion cards to draw. Yeah, no. You're obviously going to stop that. But now with Veiler being played a lot more now, since you guys will later on seeing the video, we're gonna see Veiler being played a lot more, and cards like Bottomless and like Compulsion shit being played a lot more too. So first thing I just want to say is that whoever's playing this build right now, currently, since we've officially 1000% lost priority, I feel so sorry for you. I would probably scrap that shit and move on to another build. We're looking at the first thing that happens is you go into, I don't know, you start trying to do your loop. Like, let's say you don't have like a Veiler or some shit, but you have like a Bottomless, and then they goes in Mighty, and I just go Bottomless, and they're crying of tears, not of joy. They're definitely crying because they're sad people. I don't know what to tell you. Then windups get fucked completely by this priority change. And that's basically it. Gonna move on to the next build. Is basically Dino build. I don't know if you guys seen my videos before, our team videos before, but I was playing Dinos, but I scrapped the build before, maybe like a month or so ago, and it's a good thing I did because now rabbits are an ignition effect. They will get fucked by Veiler now. So if you summon Rabbit, you have to wait and see do you have anything for his summoning or whatnot, and they go Veiler, you just sit there with a Rabbit that does nothing. Keep in mind that you can also just go Torrential and Compulse and whatnot, and they're very mad people. What else? Basically looking at how, Maxi used to also affect this build a lot. They drop Maxi, you go +1. Not even, you draw 2 free cards, how nice. And they would have no choice but to complete their move because they don't want the cards to get removed from play. That's just stupid of them. They basically had like the Solemn Judgment, Logi on field for the turn, 2400. And they can set up for next turn with a Tour Guide, etc., etc. Keep in mind, people, Tour Guide's effect will still go off regardless. It is a trigger, not ignition, but Veiler can stop that easily. It's no problem. So, what my next build that we're going to be talking about here is Inzektor's. And I'm going to take it over to Lokai since he can basically tell you what's going on more in that. So, Frankie, go ahead and explain what's going to happen to the Inzektor's.
So with Inzektor's, they never really had anything to benefit from priority. You summon them. If you called priority beforehand, you would only be equipping the Hornet from the Hand of the Grave.
Yep.
Now, same bullshit. Nothing's changed. So at this point, the advantage Rabbit had by flying off right into the Banish Zone is basically equal to Inzektor's now. One Veiler stops it and it's not going to do anything.
Yep.
And now with Inzektor's, your Hornets will be popping basically a lot more often now. You'll probably see it more at Chicago this weekend. Inzektor's will probably most likely be the top build. I'm going to be taking.
Yep.
And also this weekend is Galactic Overlord coming out.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, so and that also means little benefits for Inzektor's like Ladybug. Ladybug allows you to increase the monster's level by 1 or 2, so that'll give them even more tricks. this priority thing. Plus that, this will probably be the most annoying deck come the summer. Maybe even Nationals. Yeah, we
Who
don't know.
knows? Who knows? This is definitely going to be one of the more annoying decks. Definitely going to be one of the top tier decks, but cards like Book of Moon and Compulse do the job.
Exactly.
But going a little minus just to make sure they don't go too busted.
That's the whole reason Book of Moon got limited. Japan got this ruling a year ago, around now, and we've been waiting for it ever since now. Or at least I don't know about everybody, but people like me have been waiting for it for about a year now, and that's the most of the reason why Book of Moon got hit to 1.
Don't forget about Torrential that too, guys. This card is definitely chainable to basically all your other plays, all the other opponents' plays and whatnot. They just try to do some shit especially with Card D coming out soon. And it sucks that this card could get Veilered. Just be careful. Definitely a card you can still play. Just be very careful with it because a lot of people are still playing Veilers and whatnot, so you will get asked out. But yeah, we're probably going to see a lot more plays with Veiler and Bottomless Compulse, less plays with like Maxi and Warnings and such, but I wouldn't say to get rid of them, but it's definitely an option to make sure you play the more important cards, obviously. The next build that that's definitely an eye catcher is Heroes. Now, just want to let you guys know that Heroes, Priority didn't do shit against Heroes. They didn't care for it. Stratos' effect will still go off regardless. It is a trigger. It will go off regardless. Because if it says, if this card is summoned, you may do X. That is good to go. You can activate one of the following effects, etc., etc. So you're good with that. You can search, and you can still chain Bottomless to it, but they're still going to search. They don't really care. But that's what we still have the Veilers for. And majority of the other fusions activate mainly in like Graveyard, like Ab-Zero and Shining. Those cards didn't really care for it. That's why this build is also going to definitely be a eye catcher, especially when Escarada comes out. Whenever that's supposed to come out,
mid-August.
Yeah,
so it's
probably
practically the end of the format into the next. So Heroes this time won't be getting their Dark Buddy anytime soon.
But
not
still,
this format anyway.
Still something good to keep look out for. I would definitely consider playing this. I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of hero builds going out in Chicago. Definitely. So in Compulse and whatnot, that's probably going to be. We're going to see a lot of those being played in Bottomlesses and Veilers. Who knows? Maybe some Dark Worlds too, because Dark World Priority doesn't affect Dark Worlds for shit. Just be careful.
Neither does Veiler.
Yup. They don't do shit to us whatsoever. I'm playing Dark Worlds actually. I'm gonna have my video coming up soon for that. And you guys are gonna see how you guys already know how Veiler doesn't do shit for us whatsoever. Everything activates in Grave. So that's why this definitely gonna be an interesting format. This change, I should say. We're gonna see what's gonna be going on. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say that Heroes are definitely gonna top. Frankie thinks that Injectors are gonna win. I think they're gonna probably end up winning it too. I
don't know about winning, but I have a feeling they're gonna be taking most of the tops.
Yeah, I'd probably say that. I'd say a lot of builds are gonna be playing that regardless. So.
You have a pretty because what are we now? Chicago is 3 days away. This is a huge change.
Right before
this doesn't give players much time to decide.
No, they don't. They don't have no time whatsoever.
In Japan right now, Injectors are number 1. Not even just Japan, Singapore, Australia. Oh no, I'm not sure about Australia, but mostly the Asian region. Injectors are dominating, and people are trying to ways to destroy them. And Veiler is the number 1 pick.
Yep.
So that's most likely be, with not much time left, they're going to be looking to Japan's results because this brings us closer to the OCG than ever before.
Which is good.
I predict by the end of the year we'll probably be close to now because by the end of the year we should get Laval and other XYZs mixing from Dual Terminal, and they'll be getting our exclusives most likely by the year end. So we'll most likely be united, not reunited, but similar than we have been in the past couple of years.
Yep.
Unless we get a broken exclusive in the next couple of months.
Yeah, who knows? Konami will have something up their sleeve. Who
Yeah.
knows? But yeah, but that's it,
But
guys. Priority's gone.
oh wait, there's one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
One more important card we forgot to mention was actually Regeki Break.
Okay. Explain to me how good that is. Go ahead.
Alright, mostly because Regeki Break can be chained onto the summoning. Not chained onto the summoning, it responded to the summoning. You pop the rabbit, or whatever else you're trying to stop, and you can get their effect off. It can also be respond to if someone tries to destroy with MST, you can chain that and break even. It's seeing a lot of popularity in
Japan.
within the OCG in Japan and all that.
Yup.
So it's definitely something we will most likely see in usage this past weekend.
'Cause you
And also Phoenix Wind Blast, which is usually preferred in the TCG over Regeki. So Phoenix Wind may actually be
Used.
more, yeah.
Yeah,
then-
definitely. Because Japan's
Yeah.
been using a lot of this Regeki nonsense in their Inzekta
Well,
builds. If you take a
Exactly.
look- if you take a
Usually
look
in the
at tops.
past, though, what has happened is whenever like Regeki Break or Phoenix Wind as seen in usage, the TCG chose Wind Blast, and the OCG would choose Break. So, or I will see this weekend on how it unfolds.
Yep, so that's basically it, guys. Tell us what you think. Comment somewhere down below. We'll have some more links if you guys didn't see it of like our other video that we had of explaining what exactly happened. So, yeah, guys, comment, rate, subscribe, and peace, YouTube.
And don't